Okay, HSD. So today we're going to talk about how to get into StudentVUE and how to navigate through StudentVUE. But first, I want to show you a couple of tips and tricks before we get there. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my settings for Chrome. One way to get there is to use your Omni search bar and type in settings. Here on the left, we're going to go to on startup. However, another way to get there is to use the snowman or the three dots next to your name, that menu selection, toggle the settings. If you're on a Chromebook, it's going to be in the lower right-hand corner down here. Now here on startup, one of the tips you can do is if you have curated a lot of pages for yourself and you don't want to lose those every time you quit Chrome or your computer crashes, you can continue where you left off. The other thing you can do is open a specific set of pages, which we highly encourage you to do, and keep open throughout the day your Outlook webmail, your Google Calendar, StudentVUE, and Google Classroom. You can always add a new page, or you can curate a bunch of pages if you know how to open them. You can go to those pages here and say, I want to go to Classroom. I also want to have open my StudentVUE and get those open, and then you can say use current pages and it'll pick up all of the tabs that you have already opened. But nice helpful trick there. Last tip and trick here is over in your waffle, you can rearrange these icons for the ones that you use most often. So if you find yourself using Classroom, keep it at the top. If you use Drive More, click and drag it. Keep slides up there. Docs you might be using most, start it up there, keep it open at the top. Let's go ahead and get into StudentVUE. I'm going to have you log in as a student and log in with your information, keeping in mind you have any district announcements here that are important for you to pay attention to. You might know of how to get there through My Apps, but when in doubt, you can always go to HSD and search for what you need. In this case, I'm going to search StudentVUE. And here you'll be presented with the login for both ParentVUE and StudentVUE. You can teach your parent or guardian how to get there as well. All right. Once you've logged into StudentVUE, there are a couple of things I want to introduce you to here. First, let's go through our tools and tables on the left here. You have messages. You'll see a badge count here for how many unread messages you have. When you click on messages, in messages, you'll see all of the messages you've received from any of your teachers, anyone who has any messages sent to you or you and your family. Next is calendar. In calendar view, you can see your classes, and you can use this filter. This little icon right here in the upper right-hand corner is your filter view. So you can choose which classes you're looking at. So you can toggle off your semester 2 classes since you're only in semester 1. You can say, I only want to drill down on any one of my classes. I only want to look at my summative assignments. I only want to look at my classwork for those classes, and then what assignments I have upcoming or which ones I have missing. So if you toggle those off, that's going to change your view, right? Here is November. It'll show you the November date here. If I toggle back to October, you'll see any date that's highlighted in white is a significant date. And then also you can toggle on school holidays, school events, and assessment that'll show up. In your attendance here, this is how you can keep track of your own attendance. You can take a look by course. Anything that is hyperlinked, you can drill down on and look at it here that you have a 92% attendance rate for this one particular class. And then you can head back and toggle through those classes and all classes. And all of your classes, semester 1, semester 2, and then come back to change your view here. In class schedule, you can see the classes in which you're currently enrolled for semester 1 or semester 2, as well as quick access points to email your teachers. Course history is a valuable tab for you to see transcript data. Here you see your graduation status. You can also click this icon here for an unofficial transcript should you need to submit that to any future employer or any application for a college or career program. You can toggle on or off the detail for those classes. When you hover over each of these progress classes, you can see how many credits you have completed, how many are required, and how many are remaining yet to go in those particular areas. If I click on that subject area, I can see an overview of how much work I still have yet to complete, what credits I have attempted, what credits I have attained, and what I have yet to go. I can also toggle on testing requirements and student course history, and then be able to look at my course history over the terms that I have been enrolled here. So I can take a look and drill back to 9th grade, take a look at my 9th grade transcript grades. Here in Gradebook, you can see the classes for your high school. And over here on the right, you can search by term. So currently, if you're looking at quarter 1, here in course content, you can look by course. So here we're looking at semester 2 in chemistry. I can toggle to biology, change the course that I'm looking at. Take a look down here at all of the assignments that I have. If I click into any assignment, it's going to pop it up. I can always mark that as done. Here in the assignments view, I can take a look at all of the assignments for a particular class. Okay. Again, this is semester 2, biology. I can click into those assignments. I can take a look at my score. In coming back to grade view, okay, I can also take a look here in biology, midterm 4, toggle in, see how many missing assignments I have coming up that I need to fix, how many missing or upcoming assignments I have, and then you'll also know a calculator. So if you want to know how greatly a particular grade affects your overall grade, so does the study guide affect my grade? I can take a look at that. And I can play around here with if those grades changed, like how, if I did well on this, how much would it change my overall grade? If I scored a 3 on this assignment, if I scored a 2 on this assignment, if I scored a 4 on this assignment, what is my overall grade going to look like? So that's a very powerful tool for you. Next, we have our Health tab. In the Health tab, you can see any time at which you've checked in for nurse visits, any of your health conditions and immunizations. Your Report Card tab. Your Report Card tab shows you by grading period, so you can toggle to a different grading period, see what your overall grade is calculating currently as. Take a look at midterm 4 or the semester grade. Look at your overall GPA and your current GPA. And again, contact teachers if you have any questions about your overall score. You can also see comments for your report card. Here, you can also toggle to see specific information about your school in which you're enrolled, specific information about you, your address, your contacts and emergency contacts, Google Classroom. Here, you can jump to a link to Google Classroom. You also have other useful links like our district website, our district events calendar, checking the meal plan for the day at your school, other forms that you might need. And then you can also look at your test history, including your state scores. And that brings us back home. Your account information will show information important to you and you alone, including your address and your phone number, contact information. So always be checking that to make sure that it's up to date. If it's not up to date, you can check in with your school registrar.